This is a morning yoga stretch to help awaken the body. So we'll start in a seated position with our hips towards the heels at the back of the mat. And just slowing down the breath, closing down the eyes, and coming into your presence. We'll come into child's pose. Knees can come wide, feet stay together, allowing the chest to just rest towards the mat. Again, just slowing down the breath, coming into the moment. And then we'll come onto all fours, knees below hips, hands below shoulders. And we'll tuck the toes, preparing for our cat and cow stretch. So as you inhale, you want to draw the belly button down towards the mat, lifting the gaze. And as you exhale, pressing your spine up towards the ceiling, chin to chest. Inhale, lifting the gaze, belly button draws down. Exhale, rolling through the spine, chin to chest. Inhale. Exhale. And then coming back to a neutral spine, we'll walk the hands out forward, tucking the toes, breathing in, and as you exhale, pressing back into downward facing dog. You can have a soft bend in the knees if you need to. On your next inhale, you'll roll forwards into high plank. Exhale, bending at the knees, pressing back into downward facing dog. Inhale, rolling forwards, high plank. Exhale, pressing those hips back up into down dog. On your next inhale, you'll roll into high plank. And as you exhale, you'll drop the knees down towards the mat, allowing the chest to roll forwards, coming up into upward facing dog. Taking a breath in, and as you exhale, pressing the hips back into downward facing dog. And we'll slowly walk the feet towards the top of the mat, staying in a forward fold. And on your next inhale, your hands will come to your shins as you lift into half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. And we'll just roll the feet out wide, so toes are pointed outwards, heels to the center, coming into our yogi squat. Allowing the chest to really open as you bring your hands to prayer. And just dropping the hips down towards the mat, coming into seated twist. So as you inhale, bringing that left hand towards the right knee, right hand reaches behind. Exhale as you lengthen in your twist. Breathing in, right arm reaches up and over into side bend stretch. Left hand remains. And coming to the other side, taking a breath in, right hand comes to left knee, left hand reaches behind. Exhale to lengthen. Breathing in, left arm reaches up and over to the right. Right hand remains. And just coming back to center, bringing the hands slightly behind the body, preparing for reverse lunge. Taking a breath in, and as you exhale, pressing your hips up towards the ceiling, feeling that nice chest stretch. Inhale at the top, exhale, bringing the hips down towards the mat. We'll just bring the feet out wide, allowing the knees to rock side to side, releasing any tension. And then in the center of the mat, coming to a laying down position, drawing The knees in towards the chest with our hands. Option to remain still or rock side to side. And then just bringing our feet towards the mat, keeping the feet together, drawing the knees out wide, coming into reclined butterfly stretch. And taking a breath here. And just bringing the knees to a close as we place the left foot across the right thigh, bringing the arms wide. And as you breathe in, allowing the legs to drop over to the right as you take your gaze towards the left. And just coming back to center, and we'll switch. Right foot comes across the left knee, arms wide. Inhale, dropping the legs over towards the left, taking your gaze to the right. And just taking those breaths deep down into the body, through to the hips. Coming back to center. And just coming into happy baby. So bringing your hands to the outside edges of the feet, drawing the knees in towards the armpits, the shoulders. And then you can gently rock side to side or remain still. And then just extending the legs nice and long at the end of the mat, bringing the arms up overhead, taking a full body stretch. And then when you're ready, rolling onto one side and coming to a cross-legged seated position in the center of your mat. And just bringing your arms released down onto the knees, closing down the eyes. And just having this affirmation in your head as you go on with your day. My day is filled with joy, peace, and ease. My day is filled with joy, peace, and ease. And I'm just taking some neck rolls in both directions. And taking some circles with the wrists in both directions. Releasing our hands out to the side. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, hands come together down towards the third eye. Here we'll rub the hands together, creating heat. And then when you're ready, placing your hands over your eyes. Bringing our hands back to center. Namaste. Thank you.